Here are today's top stories. Super Typhoon Nando leaves the country, but a new tropical depression approaches the Philippine area of responsibility. Filipinos affected by recent weather disturbances received nearly 11,000 family food bags and 2 million pesos worth of aid from the Department of Social Welfare and Development. The Department of Public Works and Highways asked other government agencies for support as it investigates anomalies in flood control projects on the ground. The country's longest provincial trade fair in Metro Manila comes back to showcase micro, small, and medium enterprises of Negros. This is the Pna Headlines. I am William Theo. Rainy weather lingers in most parts of the country even as Super Typhoon Nando left the Philippine area of responsibility or PAR Tuesday morning. State Weather Bureau Pag-asa said Nando continues to move west-northwestward over the West Philippine Sea towards mainland China at 20 kilometers per hour. Nando maintained its strength with maximum sustained winds of 185 kilometers per hour near the center and gustiness of up to 230 kilometers per hour. Signal number 2 is in effect in the western portion of Babuyan Islands, northwest of mainland Cagayan, the northern portion of Apayao and Ilonggos Norte. Signal number 1 remains over Batanes, the rest of Babuyan Islands, the rest of mainland Cagayan, the northern portion of Isabela, the rest of Apayao, Abra, Kalinga, Mountain Province, Ifugao, Benguet, Ilocos Sur, La Union, and the northwestern portion of Pangasinan. However, Pag-asa is now monitoring a new tropical depression which developed outside PAR. The weather disturbance was spotted 1,075 kilometers east of eastern Visayas with maximum sustained winds of 55 kilometers per hour near the center and gustiness of up to 70 kilometers per hour. It is moving westward at 35 kilometers per hour. Pag-asa said the tropical depression may enter PAR this afternoon or evening and it will be named Opong. Meanwhile, heavy rainfall is still expected over La Union, Pangasinan, Benguet, Zambales, Bataan, Ilocos Norte, Ilocos Sur, Tarlac, Pampanga, Cavite, Batangas, and Occidental Mindoro. This is caused by the southwest monsoon or habagat enhanced by Nando. Metro Manila, Calabarzon, and much of Central Luzon will experience cloudy skies with scattered rains and thunderstorms. The rest of the country, however, will have partly cloudy to cloudy skies and scattered rains. The Department of Social Welfare and Development, or DSWD, continues to provide food and other forms of aid to families hit by the combined effects of Tropical Depression Mirasol, Super Typhoon Nando, and the habagat. In a recent social media post, the DSWD reported that as of Tuesday morning, they have distributed nearly 11,000 boxes of family food packs to affected families in Cagayan Valley, Central Luzon, Bicol Region, Western Visayas, and Cordillera Administrative Region. Bicol received the most number of family food packs at 5,042. Assistant Secretary Irene Dumlao of the Disaster Response Management Group said the DSWD has so far extended over 2 million pesos in aid to disaster-hit residents. The aid comprises over 3,800 family food packs and non-food items such as family kits, kitchen items, sleeping kits, and laminated slacks. The assistance reached affected residents in Quirino, Nueva Ecija, Camarines Sur, Capiz, and Iloilo. The DSWD meanwhile said it is ramping up coordination with concerned local government units for timely distribution of relief aid as part of the Buong Bansa Handa program. Last Sunday, Social Welfare Secretary Rex Gatchalian committed the prepositioning of 22,000 family food packs in Batanes in line with President Ferdinand Marcos Jr.'s directive to ensure immediate aid for all Filipinos hit by disasters. The DSWD maintains 1.5 billion pesos in standby funds and stockpiles of food and non-food aid across field offices nationwide. And in other news, the Department of Public Works and Highways, or DPWH, has sought the help of the Interior and Defense Departments in its investigation into anomalies in the country's flood control projects. In letters dated September 11, DPWH Secretary Vince Dizon asked Interior Secretary John Vic Remulla and Defense Secretary Gilberto Teodoro Jr. for the deployment of police and military troops to support on-ground inspections. The Philippine National Police is under the Department of Interior and Local Government, while the Armed Forces of the Philippines falls under the Department of National Defense. Secretary Dizon stressed that given the wide scope of the investigation, security and support are crucial to ensure accountability, restore public trust, and protect the people's interests. Last August, President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. personally inspected flood control sites in Bulacan and discovered non-existent or substandard projects. The President has since created an independent commission for infrastructure to conduct a deeper investigation into the possible misuse of public funds. Meanwhile, both the Senate and the House of Representatives are holding their own probes. Earlier, Secretary Remulla confirmed that the PNP is ready to provide security for DPWH teams during the site inspections. The Negros Trade Fair, the country's longest-running provincial trade fair in Metro Manila, is set to come back on Tuesday to give spotlight to micro, small, and medium enterprises, or MSMEs, of Negros. The trade fair moves to a new location at SMX Convention Center Aura in Taguig City to celebrate its 39th edition, set for September 23 to 28, with the theme Himbon e Hiligaynon, term which means to gather. It features 139 exhibitors offering Negros' best food, fashion, crafts, and more. Association of Negros Producers, or ANP President Cristina Gaston, said the trade fair not only provides Negrense entrepreneurs with a platform to showcase their products, but it also serves as springboard for long-term business success. The trade fair is a project of the ANP in collaboration with the Negros Occidental Provincial Government. Those visiting the said event can purchase artisanal products and crafts, sustainable home and lifestyle items, and hand-woven textiles, and even fashion. They can also taste world-class food and delicacies, see cultural performances and exhibits, and access business networking and investment opportunities. In our business news, Ilonggos are encouraged to adopt cashless transactions following the rollout of the Paleng QRPH Plus aims to promote digital payments in public markets, public utility vehicles, and other business establishments. The program is a national initiative jointly led by the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas and the Department of the Interior and Local Government. Iloilo Vice Governor Nathalie Ann de Buque said the launching of Paleng QRPH Plus marks an important step in bringing digital financial services closer to Ilonggos. She added that they are ready to craft ordinances that will encourage the adoption of the program in Iloilo to protect interests of both small entrepreneurs and consumers. Meanwhile, BSP Deputy Governor Bernadette Romulo Puyat said with Paleng QRPH Plus, consumers no longer have to bring cash. They only need to scan and enter the exact amount. It is also safer for vendors or business owners because the payment goes directly to their accounts. Meanwhile, the Alternergy Holding Corporation acquires 2 wind energy projects in Quezon Province with a potential capacity of around 331.2 megawatts. In a disclosure with the Philippine Stock Exchange on Monday, the Alternergy said that its special purpose company, Calavite Passage Wind Power Corporation, obtains the Cleantech Global Renewables Incorporated Tayaba South Wind Energy and the Tayabas North Wind Energy projects through a deed of assignment. Both projects are still under pre-development and are part of the Department of Energy's fourth green energy auction as of April 30, 2025. The North projects has a potential capacity of around 144 megawatts, while 187.20 megawatts for the South. Alternergy President Jerry Magbanua said these acquisitions are part of the company's next project pipeline once it achieves 500 megawatt capacity. Meanwhile, Cleantech Chief Executive Officer Salvador Antonio Castro Jr. said they will retain an equity in both energy projects and have an option in co-investing. And those are the latest and the biggest stories from the PNA headlines. For more news updates, visit our website pna.gov.ph or our Facebook and X account Philippine News Agency. You may also watch the PNA headlines through the Philippine News Agency's YouTube account and via the News and Information Bureau website under PNA News. And it is 93 days more to go before Christmas. Stay with us for more news updates. I am William Theo. This is the PNA Headlines, bringing you stories that unite the nation.
If I wasn't president, I might be out in the streets with them. Of course, they are enraged. Of course, they are angry. I'm angry. We should all be angry because what's happening is not right.
Ito po ang ating layunin. Kasabay ng pagpapaunlad natin sa infrastruktura ay ang pagginhawa ng buhay ng ating mga kababayan. Walang iniiwan, walang isinasantabi, at walang pinababayaan. Ngayong araw, ipinakita natin na kaya natin pagtagumpayan ang anumang hamon kung tapat tayong naglilingkod sa taong bayan at ginagamit natin ang tama ng ang salapi ng ating bansa. Isang programang tumutugon sa problema ng edukasyon. Kahit na ganitong mangyari, asahan po ninyo, ang gobyerno ninyo nandito, binabantayan kayo, inaalalayan kayo, at titiyakin namin na maaalagaan namin kayo sa lahat ng inyong pangangailangan. Hinihikayat ko ang lahat na ipamalas natin ang pagiging bagong Pilipino, responsable, may malasakit, at magkakatuwang sa tunay na pagbabago. Magtulungan tayong isulong ang isang mas maunlad at makatarungan na lipunan. Yung 60 billion na yan, ibabalik na natin sa PhilHealth para hindi lamang para sa pangamba ng tao, kung hindi dahil gagamitin na natin, nagkaroon na tayo ng savings, gagamitin na natin yan para palawakin pa ang serbisyo ng PhilHealth. Kaya patuloy na pag-modernize natin sa ating sistema ng transportasyon para naman ang ating mga hindi lamang estudyante, mga manggagawa, lahat ng sumasakay ng tren, lahat ng sumasakay ng public transport ay maging mas magaang naman